Previously on VanSauna. It's now day 9.
And yes, I probably could have bought new materials and then I wouldn't have had to sand them all and spend hours doing prep, and I could have just like smashed them straight in and the van would probably be done already. But you know, it's about the journey. It's all about the journey. Learning a lot in terms of wood prep and burning and all of that, plus all the pallet wood dismantling and sanding and carrying makes you strong, fit and strong.
Alrighty, time for the next top piece. So this time I already pre-drilled everything and glued, so you don't have to watch the boring bits, you get to just see the result. So, and I took my time with this one, a little bit less glue, a little bit more finesse. So, should be a lot better. It was a little bit bowed, this timber, so I put one screw in at one end and then bent it. Use that as leverage to bend it down. See this one, how it bends up with the other screws in. Should be able to pull this down. Very nice. No glue mess this time. Alright, there we have it. Looking good. Just like me.
Not bad. Let's take you for a walk. Yeah. You can see this one was a bit rushed, but yeah, I'm really happy with that side. This side I was just a bit rushed. I wasn't thinking straight, or too straight, not curved enough. Anyway, I think once I figure out this piece and marry it up, it's all gonna look fine anyway. But yeah, the screws look really good, recessed. Learning how to do a much nicer finish compared to the other ones. So anyway, you learn by doing, right? So that's all in there. That's what she looks like now. Floor to roof. Pretty cool. Now we are ready to put our roof pieces in. Now that all the sides are done, I'm actually not sure what to do on that part because it sticks out like heaps on that little bulge pops out and stuff. So I know that one's going to be a bit tricky. We get to do this side panel, but the main thing for me at the moment was to get that top done because that means I can continue with my roof. I'd really like to do that. Alright, so now I'm up to trying to get my roof pieces figured out. So I'm just going to measure that. What did we end up with? 1160. Alright, let's go over to our other pieces here and see how many of these do we need to make this work. Now they look cool. I think this table frame, I found it in a skip bin, so I think I'm gonna put it to gunmetal plate or something. I'm the queen, you're the maid. I'm the dog, you're the rain. I'm the queen, you're the maid. I'm the dog, you're the rain. I'm the bark, you're the pain. Ooh.
feel the darkness slipping through, I'll wait to see you in a blue moon. Whatever it takes, I'll wait another year too.
Got these left to burn, and then I think we're almost there with as far as the burning side of things go. It's going to be sick. It's one of my biggest ones yet. That in there. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Look how psychedelic that is. The bloody planet in there. I'm going to take you to the moon. Yo. This part's a little bit exciting. So I got these from Bunnings just because they were like hella discounted, a couple missing or whatever. So I figured I'd give them a go because they are waterproof, and they have a control box, so you're meant to be able to, you know, change the lighting, dim, make sequences and rada, and they all just kind of like connect up. So anyway, it looked like a good idea. And so just test fitting one. This is what they look like, which is actually pretty dope. And so they are made of stainless steel, and hopefully it won't get too hot. So I've just used a bit of a step tool for now, and I'm doing a test fit in a little offcut. And I'm actually pretty damn happy with the way that sits. Oop. Look at this. Is that not sick? And I can even recess them, which I think I will do to some degree. So it kind of might work as a little bit of a side shield or whatever, so you're not looking like directly at the light.
Oh, it's coffee time.
So might do something like that, and
then either sandpaper or something else to like round that top edge, or just find the exact step of this piece that it ends up with a slightly rounded top edge. Anyway, it looked pretty good. It's not clipping in the way it might be designed exactly to clip in, but they're in there pretty well. It's not coming out. And yeah, and then they all connect together. And also what I was thinking as well is like this is designed for 240, so it has like this big control box thing. But I can actually bypass all of that because this whole kit is 12 volt. Which means I don't actually need an inverter, 240 or anything. I can just run these all together off a car battery. And, well, second car battery, so we don't drain the main one. But yeah, so a bunch of those. Gonna mark them out now and see where we want them. Does that look mint as? It look better in the finished boards. This is just an offcut. But yeah, actually super stoked with that. Not bad, eh? Nice. Alright, so we have drilled our holes in the official roof piece after doing a bit of a trial run. Let's test it, see how it looks. Oh, it's pretty nice. Oh, there's a little flake of wood there. Get in there with some sandpaper. But I'm liking the recessed look. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe a little bit deeper than I would have liked. But I think that's going to work out pretty good. It looks clean as. And it kind of just sits in there with these little metal bits. And I'm going to tape up all the wiring with insulation tape, I think, just to make sure that it's protected if it gets a bit too hot in here. Yeah. Hard to make clean holes without it kind of trying to rip up the edges, but I think I did a pretty good job. Alright. Bit more sanding.
Die Behörden haben mir die Zulassung verweigert. Jetzt bin ich Geschäftsmann. Aber das langweilt mich. Man kauft Dinge und verkauft sie wieder, man macht Geld und gibt es wieder aus. Was ist das für ein Leben? Aber ein Chirurg ist der Herr über das Leben. Er hält es in seinen Händen. Deins zum Beispiel. Er berührt es. Er ist ein Teil von dir. Er hat eine Beziehung mit dir. Lassen Sie mich gehen, bitte. Du willst gehen, wirklich? Da bist du dir ganz sicher.
So what I'm doing is bending it to shape, as you can obviously see, and then I'm filling these grooves with some glue, and polyurethane is a good one because it dries pretty damn hard and it doesn't have any flex. So that is pretty much a polyurethane based glue, and then when I pull these straps off, that won't be able to bounce back into shape because all the gaps are filled. So I'm pretty happy with the main thing, the main shape of it. I've just started with one section at a time and I've gotten to about here. And I think for the next bit, just to get it on there, I'm gonna fill it all with glue. And then I've got these big clampy boys,
and I'm just gonna boom, 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 clamp it on, and I think that'll work. Be glued to the surface then as well, and then I can also think about if I want to put some screws through it and try and attach it with some screws as well. So that's where we're at with the bendy bit. And yeah, let's get that glued and clamped on there now that half of it's in a pretty good shape. And so we go. Okay, well, it's now full of glue. And I'm just leaving it horizontal for a little bit for gravity to do its thing and get it deep in those grooves. There's quite a bit of glue on this and it does expand, as you can see with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clamp it on and see how that goes. Alrighty, this is what we've ended up with. I wish I had more clamps, but kind of used my ruler to spread it out a bit more. I did get a couple of screws in there without cracking it, which is really nice. Fit is good. Pretty stoked with that. That's what the journey, right? And whatnot. So yeah, the bend part really well. And fit. Stops with a gap there, but pretty on point. Yeah, that you can see because of the way the wood's cut, it's very hard to get a screw in there without doing big damage. I should have left a few bigger sections to put screws through or whatever, which I actually did down the bottom. As you can see, there's a bigger chunk there, and I did get a screw through it. But I didn't leave myself much room at the top, so those other screws are a little bit higher going, but it didn't crack anything. And now I'm just not too sure whether I'm going to try and put some screws into the right side there somewhere. Maybe just one or two, maybe one here and one there. Because yeah, all of this is clamped and the glue's drying, and once the glue dries, it's definitely going to hold its shape, although it might come up from the van a little bit because it's obviously just glued onto insulation. It's not actually glued to the van in a way, so it may need a screw. Anyway, I guess it'll be a bit of a surprise once I take the clamps off and see what actually happens. Other updates, I've got my holes measured for my lighting, and I'm going to pull out these ones and have a center light here and a center light there because there was one there as well. I already cut the wires and tested my idea, and it does work, which is nice. So what I'll probably have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I only have 8 lights, so we'll go 7, 8 in the center, staggered, like those 2 in line, and then this one like a little bit staggered or something, so it'll still look cool. But for now we've got 6 down lights, evenly spaced on either side, and then we've got 7, 8 for the centers to play with, and I think I'll put 7 and 8 into the original van lights. We'll see. Because then they can be on their own switch and the other 6 can be on their switch. But we'll see how we go with the end wiring job. But yeah, it's slow work today, on and off rain. So I've burned all my timbers now. Can't think of too many others I need to burn. Maybe this whole back wall I haven't really figured out yet, but I've got all my timbers figured out for the roof and for the benches. They're all burnt. Now I've just got to sand them all, but it started raining on me, so might move it over there and continue with my sanding job. I'm definitely running out of energy for today. Ugh. That took me longer than I thought. And measuring and getting all these light bits in took a little while. But yeah, just running out of energy day in, day out. And quite the slog, pushing to get this done. So yeah,
might set me up over there and do some more sanding. And yeah, so that's a bit of an update on the VanSauna. It's been about 3 weeks now since I started this project, including getting the van, sourcing materials, moving houses, or moving van build spot, and working on other people's projects as well on the side, and doing a few club gigs too. It's been damn busy. Buzzer. But yeah, feeling pretty good about the progress on this. Tested out the fireplace oven last night, or one of them. I got two. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. And yeah, it looked good, and it got real hot in here pretty quickly. And I've worked out some pretty cool modules for that, to have the gas tube fixed to the side of the van, and then on the outside have like a quick connect thing. So the gas bottle obviously will be outside of the van, and then it's a quick connect on the outside, just hook into a plug. And the oven starts up with batteries for the little clicker, so I don't actually need to have it plugged into 240, which is pretty good. Yeah, the 240 only enables the fan in there, which really isn't important. Yeah, pretty stoked about my lighting scenario, because that seems like it's all going to work off 12 volt. Just tested all of that. So lighting sorted, insulation's finished, timbers are burnt for the most part, walls are up, got to install the roof is my next step. And then either it's redo these floors, because I've got some black paint I found for $5. It's like brown, kind of darker, because these white floors are a bit white. So I'm going to do that, and then put some floor timbers along it, and then do like a perimeter floor timber all the way around the edges, so when there is water in here, it's not going to go under the boards, is my hope. Just have like this trim piece that goes all the way around the edges. It'll look good, and it'll stop any water from going up under there, is the idea. So, and then on the floor it'll be like a black base with lots of timbers with a little gap between them. My idea is that the water will go into those channels, and I can have the van parked on an angle or whatever, open the back door, and the water will flow out the back. Yeah, that's about as much of an update as I have right now. It's all looking pretty good. It's feeling good. I'm done with most of my really difficult curvy things. I've just got to figure out this one. And I've got those bits cut to length, I think, and we might have to figure out that. So anyway, so that's the last bit of like highly technical templating, curving. I might have to do the same thing which I did on this side. I'm kind of not looking forward to it in a way. It's just a lot of work for one piece. But I've done it to that side, so we'll do it again for the other side. Yeah, as far as materials go, I've got everything I need now, so shouldn't have to sink any more money into this, which is good. Yeah, I think that's a wrap for now. Might, finish sanding up these boards, and we'll see how long that takes me. Might even get into installing some of these roof panels. And also this thing here, I'm going to take it off so the wood sits flat. And I made a hole up here, so I'm going to run the wiring through that and into the timber. Yeah, not sure how all the wiring stuff's going to work, but we'll figure it out. There is a little bit of a gap up here, quite a bit of a gap, so potentially run the wires on that side, or that side, or splice them all into this, and then where that meets the dash in the front of the car, connect it to another battery or have it on and off, which hopefully I can make that some electrical mischief up there. But yeah, cool, that's a wrap. Follow for more, and I'll keep you updated on the van progress. Love. Peace.
cut wood, and chickens. Chicken.
I'm not dark, you're the light.